And welcome back to the Forgecast. I'm joined today with my two co-hosts, Cleveland.
Hey, what's up?
And renowned music producer, A Bizzle.
Hey, B.
A B. Remember the days when you were caffeine tweak?
I still am caffeine tweak.
You right.
Sure.
I'm actually,
You
I
ain't
was
wrong.
thinking about today at work, I'm going to start like not drinking caffeine on my days off. Because like, if you drink it every day, you're going to lose the effect of caffeine. So I figure, hey, maybe I just don't have it my days off, and then when I'm at work, I can be a little bit more cracked out and not fall asleep while standing up.
I don't know. That's when you drink more. Like,
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, I mean, I work at Starbucks, so like, I get to work and I have an ice shaken espresso that has 4 shots in it after already having a noob, and then I have more later. And I get home and I'm like, okay, time for bed.
Then you get home and you pop another noob and you start a stream.
Game for like 6 hours, and I'm like, all right, well, heart palpitations, here we come.
Heart palpitations, here we come. Okay, so I don't know how much you guys have been on Twitter all day. I know I check Twitter frequently, even while at work, and my entire timeline has just been aim assist or controller versus keyboard and mouse.
Really?
Yep.
I've kind of seen some of that.
I mean, it really all started with Myth said like he would not put any controller players in his top 10 players of all time for any FPS titles, which is like a fair bout, but at the same time, it's like you gotta have like people, at least like a Scump in there or a Karma or a Crim 6 in there. Like no way they're not. At least one of those guys aren't included in there, and it's not because we're biased for COD. It's because they've earned millions of dollars in FPS titles. Like they're the best in the world, whether they use a fucking controller or not. Like, I don't know. And I mean, and then I think Dr. Disrespect said,
I saw the Dr. Disrespect.
He said without aim assist, like you're not shit or something like that. But the best part is Myth tweeted that, and then you have now retired COD Pro Optic Formal, who's actually ranked higher in Valorant than Myth is ranked in Valorant.
Interesting.
This is an interesting point.
So
it's an interesting point.
I mean, my thoughts on the whole thing is like obviously I've played controller for forever, my whole life, and now I play keyboard and mouse. It's like
same here.
It's just like you can't take away aim assist from controller. Especially, I think.
I don't think you should take it away. I think in certain games it should be
toned down
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like for COD, the COD was created for casual gamers, right? Like it wasn't. There was no COD wasn't created on the back of making an esport like say Valorant or CS:GO is. Like those games are made for esports, so you'd never see something like aim assist. But it's played on keyboard and mouse.
Like Warzone's a pretty casual battle royale, given all you know what I mean.
Right, exactly.
Intended to be anyways.
So like, but then turned into a pro esport, and it's like so there's still aim assist. But I bet you most of the pros that are professional Call of Duty players, I bet they'd probably still be better than 99% of the player base without aim assist. I mean, doesn't PUBG not have aim assist?
Yeah, zero aim assist on PUBG.
Yeah, and there was pros that still smoked kids on controller. And like my thought on it, obviously, is like obviously I said I played both, and controller doesn't compete with keyboard and mouse without aim assist in a lot of aspects. And the only difference is, and the way I say that is because like you have your thumbs, you have your little fucking joysticks, then you don't even have like that much range. Now those joysticks being able to snap left and right and whatnot helps for like movement in COD. Like you can fucking when you get up close to people, it's a lot easier to break like a camera with a controller. But at the same time, you need aim assist to be able to aim when people are moving super fast. Versus keyboard and mouse, you have a laser mouse and your entire arm, and like the way you can't break cameras, well just turn up your sensitivity. I've doubled my sensitivity since camera breaking became a meta in wow, I just slammed the fuck out of my desk with my chair. But since like camera breaking became a meta in Warzone, like I've doubled my sense because I can't compete with a controller player who slides under my aim because I couldn't move fast enough because I'd constantly keep moving my mouse, like in resetting. So I've just been turning up my sensitivity, and now I can like I have the clips of me 360ing people and stuff, and like I couldn't do that before when my sense was lower. And I'm still gonna work to like raise it more and more, so I can just keep competing at that, at a high level and up close, because I'm not gonna beat a controller player. My aim can beat a controller player, but their movement, they slide under my camera, I'm fucking done.
The thing is, I think fucking Tfue said it best. He was saying that controller on PC needs that nerf.
Yeah,
I
100%.
feel like you get the best of both worlds with that. In that respect, you get the aim
You get
assist, and all the fancy
you know,
frames,
you
and FOV.
put DS4 on there, get the 1 millisecond overclock on your controller.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, like, they need to scale it down, and I don't know how much of a nerf, because like it's, you can't obviously just have 100% aim assist gone, and when you're playing on 120 FOV, like, it is smaller targets. So like I've heard the argument 80 FOV, you're shooting at bigger targets because they're like technically like closer, like the way the FOV works. So like, you need more aim assist when you're at 120 FOV because you're aiming at a smaller target, but it's like, it's not the
hitbox
FOV.
is the same.
It's, well, I mean, yeah, but it's like, it's the frames, like 45 frames and like probably 60, like 20 to 60 hertz, because some people are playing on like TVs, versus 144 hertz, 200 plus FPS. Like, that's the aiming. It's a lot different, because those, that time in between, obviously each frame, whatever, that's where the aim assist helps, because you're moving so fast, and you don't have all that information. Versus now you have all the information. You need something to slow you down.
Oh,
I don't know.
The FPS made such a huge difference too. We were playing the Vanguard beta yesterday, and I had all my settings set to high because I'm like, okay, it looks kind of like a nice game, and I want to get my bearings in. But then I switched it all to low, and I got 40 fucking frames. I went from 60 to 100, and the difference is astounding. Those 40 extra frames, you see people sooner. Like,
exactly. Because you're seeing double the information. Like. Yeah, I mean, exactly.
And take that a step forward on the higher end PCs. You're getting on all high settings. You're getting like 160 frames a second.
Yeah.
Turn it all to low.
You're the aim assist that's catching
tapping
around
out at 200.
Yeah. Like, the biggest thing with like console versus PC, and especially we'll say like COD, like that's where you have the most like of those interactions. You'll see like there's the thing like the NVIDIA boost. So low latency. That's what I'm looking for. So we quite literally have an advantage, like directly because our graphics cards will process the information faster than their consoles can, and we will see them sooner. But even with that off, I remember my first day on PC. My first day I switched to Warzone PC from Xbox. I'm still playing majority console players because that's just where I was, and I swung a corner, and I was behind the kid, and this was before camera breaking. This was a year ago, literally. And I swung the corner, and I was literally behind the kid, and I killed him. And I'm like, I saw him so much sooner than he did. Like, on his screen, he probably saw me fly across, and he was dead. Like, there was not much information he received other than, oh, he's behind me, and I'm dead. Or he didn't even see me at all. Like, I moved that fast to the point, that short amount of frames. But it's like, that was before I even turned on, like, I don't even think Warzone had low latency yet. So it's like...
No, probably not.
Yeah, I saw
FOV that makes such a huge difference in that respect when you go PC versus console.
Right.
You just flat out see shit earlier.
Yeah, I mean, or even earlier today, I was playing with Zuck in the Iron Trials game mode, and we were fighting a team in that yellow house where the windows are too high to jump into.
Yeah.
And Matt was downed, and I got the last guy on the one team, and another team started coming in. I had no plates, and I ended up killing them both, just because like they had to be on console. They had to be.
Yeah.
Because I just like one came around the corner and just dead down, and then the other one peeks me, and I'm like, oh god, I have no plates. I'm gonna die here, and I have like a ground loop Milano with a 2x on it, and I just like hit all headshots, and he didn't even like shoot me once, and I was like, yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it was like 100, 200 milliseconds makes such a huge difference when you're in a gunfight too. I mean, like, you could be ADS in already, and the other kid's still like recognizing there's a dude in front of him.
Yeah. It was like, exactly. And then you gotta hope when you have that low FPS, like on console, you gotta hope the first frames that render are the ones right when they're coming up to the corner, not the ones when they're already out past the corner, because that's where the peaker's advantage is fucked. And like peaker's advantage in that respect, I mean, it's it's totally a gamble with how the game renders it and just the timing of it, like the COD timing you call it. Like you gotta hope that your console sees his shoulder before he jumps across. At the same time, the exact same scenario, but you might not. He might be way past. You didn't see his shoulder across, but then the guy who's jumping across, he knows you're there probably. So him jumping across, he's gonna see you there, and it's just like, it's so busted when you're playing on a console versus PC.
And that's why there's that whole console. Excuse me. That whole console community is like, turn off crossplay.
Yeah.
They're like, we'd be so good if there weren't freaking PC players in our lobbies. Like, okay, but you probably wouldn't have enough people to get a quick lobby.
Oh yeah, have fun with your queue times.
Yeah, your queue times would be fucking insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm yawning a lot. I don't know why I'm yawning a lot.
Weirdo.
I am a weirdo.
Probably because your noob energy hasn't kicked in yet.
You shotgun it, bro? What are you doing with your life?
For the culture? Shotgun for the culture?
I think the whole aim assist versus keyboard and mouse thing, though, I honestly think it's balanced. Because when it comes down to it, I mean, and this specific part of the argument is going to be console versus controller PC versus PC keyboard and mouse PC. Because console versus PC, that's not fair in no respect. And then if they're using keyboard and mouse on console, like you are, Cleveland, that's not fair at all. That's like as fast as you're moving on that low. I mean, that's not fair at all. But this is controller PC versus keyboard and mouse PC. The reality is, keyboard and mouse PC, you should have better aim. You should have snappier aim, locks on. It's way easier to control recoil. You have the advantage in gunfights. Straight up, the place you lose advantage is up close. But at the same time, just adapt. Like literally increase your sensitivity. Higher. If you're saying I don't want to do that, then you're doing that to yourself.
There's a point I want to make. Some of these pro players who play on controller rely so much on their aim assist, though it's kind of unbelievable. Like I was talking about this last night, I think, right, with Swag. He had a fight in Super, and you literally see he loses his aim assist, and his gun is shooting straight, and then is just like bouncing all over the place. I'm like, dude, how? You're a professional Call of Duty player. Yeah. There's no fucking way that you're that trash and you panic and you lose your aim assist.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that strong. It's not that strong.
No.
What? You ever catch a dude through a wall?
No, because I've never played controller.
Actually, yeah, no. I mean, it can be pretty. I think the biggest.
You get kind of nasty, bro, with the walls. I mean, you get dudes camping like top apartments. You zoom in with your sniper because you see him on fucking UAV. You move down like one level from the roof, and you can catch him through the wall. It's kind of gross.
Yeah, that's definitely kind of busted. But I don't think that's broken. Like that's straight up the word broken. Like they need to fix it broken. Not like, oh, it's broken, it's too OP. Like, but like it's not used. Like you're not gonna catch.
But like in that situation that I'm like using as an example, like aim assist in that situation is not broken enough and too overpowered that you should not be losing control of your fucking gun that has no recoil.
Yeah. Well, it's like, it's like, but then you have like, right, you have guys like Swag, they don't, like when I was still playing competitive, obviously using a controller, when I would warm up, I would shoot bots and I would turn off aim assist. I'd practice without it. People like Swag don't go and practice their aim because they kind of have their crutch being aim assist, but I don't think it's that OP. Where I think the issue is when you're stunned, it should, because I mean, I've been full tracked through a stun, and it's like, I can't do that keyboard mouse. But that's not an aim assist issue. Well. That's not an aim assist issue. That's a game issue.
Yeah.
Like that's a stun that like on Vanguard. I mean, I have a clip I posted on Twitter last night. I literally said I'm trying controller now, and like the guy, I'm stunned, and I fully flick on him. Like I track him, and I'm like, that looks like aim assist, like really fucking strong. Like, but you can do that in Vanguard on keyboard and mouse, but you can't do that in Warzone. So that's just a game issue. And it's like, that definitely needs to be. And they said they're going to rework stuns.
Is when I hear controller players, when people talk about the stun and you can shoot through the stun on controller, and they're like, well, you have DPI, just like change your DPI, have a macro on your mouse and change your DPI mid-stun, you just flick on someone. Like, no.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works. No. Because I could crank my fucking DPI to 32,000. It's still gonna be slow as shit, and I'll probably be dead in the time that it either kicks in or I can actually find my aim.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. Like your shit's cranked. Like you literally have to practice being stunned and like knowing that. But then the stun wears off. The stun effect isn't as strong every time. Like that's complete. Like when you get stunned, your sensitivity literally goes to like 0. But now your DPI is, but sometimes the stun's further away, so now your sensitivity is maybe like 2, or sometimes it's gonna be 6.
Yeah.
It's a great logic, and every keyboard and mouse player has thought it, but that's not how that works. That'll never work because
I have a DPI button on my mouse.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna, take my hand off of my left mouse button.
Yeah. I used to, because I have the G Pro Super Light, and I used to, but I don't anymore.
No.
But with the G Pro you do, but the G Pro Super Light you don't. But yeah, this doesn't. I don't think. I think the issue is more people just want to complain. It's almost like the console war or the iPhone versus Android war. Like it's just kind of always gonna go on. And one day it'll just fizzle out, maybe something, but it's never going to come to a conclusion. No one's ever going to be like, it's never going to end. Like, I'm finally seeing, like, the console wars are kind of finally ending. You still see the couple kids. They're like, Xbox is better. And then everyone else is like, shut the fuck up. No one asked. Like, you're the only person comparing it. And then, like, phones, with the new Apple, like the new iPhone 13, whatever, there's, the teaser trailer, whatever, the video they show. People are like, this is really fucking cool. And then there's a couple nerds in the comments like, yeah, but Android's better. And they're like no one fucking cares. They were pointing out how cool this trailer is. It was cool. Like, it's like Apple marketing is great, but they weren't saying this is better than Android. They were just saying it's cool. You are the only person to do it.
It's not even either or. It's like they've obviously coexisted for so many years.
Right.
People have a preference and they can both survive.
Yeah, that's the only conclusion. Now, what I would love to see, and I think it would help the aim assist war, or this little argument. I would like to see like keyboard and mouse be allowed in Call of Duty esports, straight up.
Yeah.
Because if it's allowed, and I think Vanguard's a game where keyboard and mouse can actually compete. Not Cold War because the TTK was just too high, and
the aim assist was cranked in Cold War.
And then in Modern Warfare, I just don't think. I mean, that was still on console, so it's hard to tell. But now they're on PC. I think Vanguard keyboard and mouse can compete because I'm doing just fine. I like Vanguard a lot. I feel like I play really well. It might be one of my better CODs. Again, it's just beta, so it's hard to tell. But you don't, if keyboard and mouse came in right, and all of a sudden all the pros are keyboard and mouse, it'd be like, well, keyboard and mouse is more OP. Like that straight up. Every other esports keyboard and mouse because that's just how the games are. But for like COD, the only professional esport where it's all controller. And they allow keyboard and mouse, and then keyboard and mouse wipes out. It's like, well, there goes that. I just don't. But then, all the top Warzone rankings are all controller players, and that allows both. So, who knows the argument? But I'd like to see keyboard and mouse in COD esports.
I think it would be a fun change of pace. Cool.
The entire, you got fucking Scump and Karma and fucking Crim 6 lined up, and then fucking Huskers at the end. Fuck keyboard and mouse. But speaking of the Vanguard beta, what's everyone's thoughts?
The sun.
Okay. Speaking of the sun, I hope
need some goddamn sunglasses.
If you're somehow hearing this podcast before you saw any of the other Forge posts, I hope you enjoyed those couple memes that we put up today about the sun and the Vanguard beta, because it's there. It's for sure there.
It's definitely there. I saw a TikTok that was like, the sun has officially reached like red something or other status because like the red at the edge of the whatever, and they're like, that means that we're 54 billion years in the future.
Oh my god!
Which also means that nobody's played this game who's on the dev team because holy shit, no one see this and be like, bruh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The sun's rough, but other than that, the sun's bad.
Other than that, game's great. I think it feels really good. It's on a good engine. It's not historically accurate, but like, whatever.
Okay, let's put that down. First of all, Okay, go ahead.
How the fuck is every gun literally made of molasses?
Every gun's pretty slow.
Why
I do
is it
feel like
so
I'm pretty.
goddamn slow. Any
Yeah.
gun you use, besides the fucking bar, ironically, is fucking slow as hell.
You didn't know that reaction times were actually slower in World War II?
Yeah, reaction times are like they're like, oh, the sprint time's slower, and sometimes you can notice it on like other CODs. But in Vanguard, like, dude, if you want to notice it, the shotguns, like you'll literally feel yourself click and then be like 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. Okay, he's dead.
Dude.
Like you can feel pretty bad with the shotguns. But okay, hold on, the historically accurate thing. Let's just put that to bed. First of all, Battlefield had the reflector sights, whatever the fuck you want to call them. It's the same shit. Red dot sight, reflector. They fucking look the same. Okay, they're except in Vanguard they're fucking yellow. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if they're reflective. Okay, it's Battlefield had it. So stop shitting on COD because Battlefield had it too. Okay, you just want to shit on fucking
That was
COD.
Battlefield 1 too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just seen like
Battlefield
footage
1
that
was
is in
World War I.
Battlefield.
Something like that.
I saw it was in Battlefield, so I was like, okay, there goes that argument. Like it was in Battlefield. So
Battlefield 1 was at World War 1. Vanguard's World War 2. So you're gonna have that technology and more in World War 2.
Right. But let's reevaluate the soldiers that are used. There are female soldiers just running on the front lines with the men. Now there was female soldiers in World War II, but they were not on the front lines with the men. Also, there are African American soldiers on the front line with other white men. That also didn't exist. So shut your fucking historically. Shut the fuck up.
And
fuck
Sledgehammer also never said it was going to be historically accurate.
You're playing a game. If you want to be historically accurate, all of COD is war crimes. It's all war crimes. Okay,
It's true.
you are not playing.
And they even meant like the entire storyline of Stalingrad. Like shit didn't even happen in real life. Like it is not going to be accurate.
You don't claim historical. You're eating fucking 8 or 9 bullets. You're eating like your fucking dudes are running around quickscoping. That wasn't fucking historic. Like.
If you want accuracy, go play Tarkov, bro.
Yeah, exactly. If you want...
Yo, my grandpa was telling war stories about how he watched his best friend get 720 black scoped.
Right?
Like, on the fucking front line.
My grandpa came home complaining about a German hard scoping. Like, what the fuck?
He was like, bro, he was fucking hard scoping that lane, dude.
Like, dude,
why white ladder stalled me, bro? I didn't stand a chance.
Like the.
Dude, he broke his legs jumping off the second floor trying to hit a 360 no scope, dude.
In Modern Warfare 19, you can drop white phosphorus. That is a huge war crime in modern day.
Truly.
Like, you cannot claim historical accuracy off a fucking little sight on a gun. And quite honestly, I would be fucking annoyed running around with iron sights all the time. I'd be really fucking annoyed. So, thank fuck I have a little reflector sight. And it's
because they're making a video game that's based off of the past. It's not. Is the past.
But
they also were like
game. It's a video game.
They also were just like it's also our own timeline.
Keyword is video game.
It's
meant to be enjoyed.
Who gives a fuck? None of the Black Ops series happened. No, it was based off of real wars, but none of that should happen. You don't see historical. It's just
the Cold War didn't happen.
I just the historical accuracy thing. That like the only I don't know who's like is it band kids arguing? Like who's arguing that? I don't think anyone. How can you be angry? I'm not gonna buy the game. It's not historically accurate. Shut the fuck up.
People grasping for straws.
Just something to complain about. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Talk about historical accuracy. I didn't have some announcer guy shouting in my ear every fucking second. Let alone the goddamn teammates' mics are blasted.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
like I had a friend back in high school when he played Fortnite with us for like a week, and he was like, "Yeah, this game's not like." Realistic enough for me. And I was like, what?
You were playing a shooter. No shooters are realistic.
And he went and played like some fucking anime game for like he just like grinded the shit out of it and I was like, yep, there's your realistic game right there.
There's the people who are complaining about realism.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of other shit about people and it's definitely like a grasping for straws thing like they didn't complain about. Like the sun is obviously bad, but like and you can't use the beta thing as an excuse forever. Clearly wasn't play tested, but it's like the sun can be fixed.
That's why they have a beta.
But right, it's like the sun can be fixed. That's not a big deal. And like the more and more I played the beta, like I've just kind of figured out how to get around it. Just
you just play like it's not there.
Well, I mean, yeah, that. but it's like I just know where along the map it would be bad, so I just did my best to stay away.
Stay away. Yeah, exactly.
Well, like the leveling, I honestly got bored of the beta within like the 3rd day because I grinded the fucking shit out of it. I definitely think if you could go to whatever level you wanted, I would have prestiged 2 or 3 times. I mean,
yeah, I got to level 27 on the first day, and I was like,
yeah.
I kind of want to not play this now.
Yeah, I maxed every AR, every SMG. I've maxed out the car and half of the 3-line. The shotguns were just fucking so bad,
Stupid.
so bad. So I just let it was one of the sprint the fire time that I just didn't touch shotguns. I used the Bren LMG, and the iron sight is an absolute the iron sight's a fucking war crime. It's so bad. I mean, okay, you know what the Bren looks like? It's obviously a big ass gun, and the mag's right in the middle. Like the top middle, so you can't ADS down that. So the sight's off to the left. So when you pull up your gun, your character like pulls it to the fucking left, and it's just a weird visual. And then the recoil is like it goes out to the left and then up, like it goes in like a box and then like an S. It was so fucking bad. And like with a sight on it, it got a little better. But yeah, no, the Bren was just fucking terrible. But I mean, yeah, the beta. I wish there was camos to grind. I mean, I just couldn't.
If there were camos to grind, I would have.
I sent you a TikTok. There's going to be 254 camos for each.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, that's a huge number, but like look at like Modern Warfare. I think there was 200 for those because there's like the 20 different categories and then 10 in each.
Sets.
So
that's true.
It's just like a big number. I think 200. I think what it is. I think there's 25 different sets, 10 in each, and I think there's 4 mastery camos. I think there's going to be gold. There's going to be like the platinum for like each category.
I heard there was wood, right?
Probably. But like 254 is weird. So obviously the 4 is a weird like set.
It's gotta be
so it's probably like the gold,
right.
the platinum, which is like for finishing the class. Obviously the mastery, which is like the finishing all of them. And then the 4th might be like the obsidian, or what they did in I think it was Infinite Warfare. When you finish the primaries, you got a camo, and then when you finish the secondaries, you got a camo. So there's like it'd be like so maybe something like that, because the 4 clearly is the mastery camos, and then there's probably 25 like different sets. So like the wood, the birch, the different fucking versions of that.
10 different,
and then 10 different color variations of that. So, but yeah, 254 is a fucking lot, but it's gonna be like kills, headshots.
His car 98's made out of dirt, bro. What the fuck?
Oh my god, he's the pink dirt.
Oh my god.
He's got grass on it.
What kind of news happened to esports this last week? We had Tim.
Tim the Tatman joining Complexity Gaming.
Well, he owns
buying
part
into
of it. Buying into it, right? Yes.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
Oh shit.
So Tim finally being a part of an org. There goes the Tim to 100T.
Mm-hmm.
It's never gonna happen.
I think Nade Shop probably wanted a huge investment from Tim. I'm probably being very well aware of his financial status. And Tim's like, nope, I'm not doing that.
Nope, won't do it.
Yeah.
Buy a $10,000 TV.
There's probably, or Tim wanted more for his investment, and Nade probably wasn't gonna give that up. So that's probably why he didn't join 100. Because obviously, fucking someone like Tim Side isn't just gonna join an org. He's gonna get equity.
Yeah. No, homie's got weight to throw around. Like he's not just gonna waste.
Literally.
Like like XQC joining Luminosity, he's on pay. He gets a salary, and he has equity in the team. Like that's not, again, someone that size, you just don't just give him a paycheck and tell him to join the team. That's just not how that works.
Speaking of XQC, did you see? Well, Shroud made a TikTok about him. It was so funny. It was so funny. He was talking about how because XQC is a one PC streamer.
Yeah.
And so he was like, you see him like going through all the settings, putting them on low, like shadows. I don't need shadows. Shadows.
Who the fuck needs shadows? No one.
Shadow.
Yeah, I did.
Shadow resolution. No one needs shadow resolution.
Yeah, I did that. I was fucking. Shroud's just laughing.
Shroud's just like he's a fun guy to watch.
He's a fun. Shroud's so funny.
Like while he's sitting on like a wooden dining room table chair. Dude, XQC is a fucking character. I don't get it. He's so rich.
Oh my god, he's bathing in it. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I wonder, because obviously we'll take someone like Shroud, right? It's very clear he has money. I mean, look at the room he plays in. I mean, it's like a fucking dining room. His office.
You his mic?
And it's right. And he has a fucking what $2,500 mic. Is that what that is?
Yeah, something like that.
Cause I know I saw it on B&H the other day, but then he sits in a Herman Miller. Those are $1,500 chairs. He has 2 Herman Millers in the back. His girlfriend Beanans, whatever, she sits in a Herman Miller. Like it's like, oh, he has chairs. Those are but it's like the fact that these are couple $1,000 chairs.
Yeah,
he just has sitting
chairs
around, and then he has 2 of the highest end gaming PCs you can have. Like market-wise, those are the best PCs you can fucking have. He has 2 of them. That's his streaming setup. I mean, like, Shroud has a shitload of money. But
yeah, you got the $30 million buyout.
Right. I mean, fucking duh. But I'm saying, like, just in his production quality, he has money.
You can tell, but literally, XQC looks like he's streaming off of a fucking like Samsung toaster.
XQC, like his stream quality, like this isn't a bashing of us. Like his stream quality, like is just as or production value is just as low as any of ours. But the guy gets 70 to 100,000 viewers. So being someone who we understand the market and how it all works, he has a fucking shitload of. I think XQC is one of the top sub streamers.
He is. It's just. I think it just honestly at this point, just to like fit his character more.
He is the most. He has 74,000. He is the most.
74,000.
He has 74,000. 30. Okay, 24,000 are paid. 32,000 are prime. 5,000 gifted. Dude, this guy is rolling in it.
And that's just this month.
Yes, that's current active subs. That's current active subs at this exact moment. He has that many.
It's not even the end of the month. He'll probably hit 80.
Oh yeah, so let's just do 74,000
times 5.
No, times 210 because you don't get $5 per sub.
Oh yeah.
And 210 is the Twitch Prime. So if they were all Twitch Primes, which they're not, the base payer with this current rate, and it's 74,000, not even the actual number, that's $155,000 a month. If they were all Twitch Prime.
I wish.
That man is making millions of dollars a year, and that's just off his subs. He also gets the bits and the donations, and I know I've noticed XQC streams. He's one of the few streamers that actually still gets donations. Like big donations, active donations. Like everyone still gets them. It's just not part of the meta anymore, as big as it was, say, 2 years ago. But like
I'd say him and Tim are the only people who really get donations.
And Dr. Disrespect. If you go on Dr. Disrespect stream, he has that little icon in the top right. That's like the robot, the Dr. Disrespect bot. He gets pretty big donations through there too. So
I saw a donation on Tim's stream the other day. It was like $1,500, and I was like, "Why? How? Who? Like,
who goes? Yeah, no, I can. I'm gonna give a month's rent to a streamer right now.
I can almost guarantee that it was for a fucking text to speech, and it probably just went like fucking sussy balls. Like,
yeah, $1,500. What did you? Oh, honey, why do we have $1,500 missing? Sussy balls.
Oh, I wanted to say sussy balls on Tim the Tatman's stream.
Right. Yeah, no, it's.
Yeah, so rich.
You just
love
know.
XQC. He's just such a fucking clown.
I can only watch a stream in bits though. Like I said about Dr. Respect stream, I can watch in like 10-minute bits. And he's funny. It's just so much of the character.
There's so much. More in the news. Tico is off of his suspension. He is officially back with FaZe Clan after the whole Save the Kids situation.
Yes.
So clearly, legally, I believe he is completely in the clear. Otherwise, FaZe Clan wouldn't have brought him back. So it's good to see Tico back.
Speaking of FaZe, they collabed with Optic and DC Comics.
DC Comics.
Yes, they're
interesting.
They're gonna have their own like DC comic. There's gonna be FaZe Clan members in the comic books.
That's actually really fucking sick.
That's pretty fucking cool.
That is pretty fucking cool. One note about Tico I want to make is that unfortunately he will be forever marked. His legacy will go down as the Save the Kids.
I don't think it will.
I think it won't go down as that, but it will be tainted by it, which is really unfortunate. Because you know how people cling on to things like. You can do a million good things, but you do one bad thing, your name's attached to it. It'll probably, for the most part, people will be like, yeah, but he's a scammer.
I agree with that. Like, I get that what you're saying, but like Tico's brand was so clean and he was such a good character. Like, I don't know any Tico haters. Like, I've never heard someone like shit on Tico other than during the Save the Kids thing. But like, we'll take like Kay and Jarvis, who are very clearly deep in it. They got shat on for even when they were still in the clear for things. Like they hadn't done anything yet. So like, they're gonna be tainted. They're never coming back. Like they're done. I literally think they are done for. Versus Tico, I honestly like. I know he was involved with the Save the Kids thing, and I still didn't think of him that negatively. I think Tico's gonna be like the one exception to that rule. Is like he'll be able to make it out just fine. That's always gonna be there, and people are gonna remember it. But I don't think people are gonna like hold it over his head. Like I think.
I hope so.
We'll say in like I think in a year, when he tweets something, I don't think we'll see Save the Kids comments anymore. I think in 6 months, I don't think we'll see those comments anymore. Like I think it'll just be gone because I don't think Tico. Whether he did it or not, I didn't read that much into it. I just don't think that's part of his brand because you can't hate him. You just can't hate a guy like that. So
it's true. You really can't.
I don't know. What else? That's it, huh? This is a slow week for esports.
It is a slow week for esports. Okay. The CEO of Activision, don't quote me on this because I don't know exactly who, but people high up in Activision were subpoenaed in the court case.
That's a big one.
So there is some stuff going on. Actually, let me just pull up Twitter real quick and see
while he does that, let's wrap back to what I said at the beginning of the podcast. Round music producer AB Tweak. What kind of stuff you got going on music wise, dude? Because I don't know if people know who listen to the podcast. I don't think they know that you literally make music for people to listen to and use in videos, and like it's just good lo-fi. Let's talk about your music. Go ahead. You have the floor. Go ahead.
Dude, hit the floor. It's fine.
Okay. So, anyways, just kidding. Go ahead.
And that was all his time.
That's all you had.
I make fucking. All right. Thank you. I'll see you later. Make fucking chill lo-fi stuff, dude. I just hit 102 videos today after today's upload.
Congrats.
Yeah, I mean, everything's not copywritten, so you can use it on stream and shit. So it's like just chill lo-fi beats. Like think about the Chilled Cow channel. That's now a lo-fi girl. You'd pull up just to like chill out and relax to, or do homework to, or whatever. Kind of the same stuff. My stuff's more hip hoppy, but I do that. And then do some professional releases here and there. I got one coming up. Still gotta name it, but it's coming out next week.
Nice.
The 28th.
Speaking of DMCA, you can now play what would be previously DMCA'd music on Twitch again as of today.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep, they worked out a deal. I think all Twitch streamers got it. They got an email about it. It probably might have landed in your spam, but basically they said you can. Well, not all music, but basically it's not as bad as it was. Like they worked out a deal, so you can play majority of the music. I don't know like exactly the specifications, but they're like if you if you can't play a certain thing, you'll literally get a warning, and it'll be like you can just mute your VOD or you can delete it yourself. You won't get a strike. Versus before you get a strike and you delete it and you still have the strike. So they'll be like, hey, here's this, and then if you don't take it down, then they strike you. But now it's like the deal is you can play pretty much whatever, and then you'll get a warning, and then you can delete it. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
So it's funny you say that because on the music distribution service I use, there is now a box to check. Say I want to distribute this Twitch. They have a new service called Soundtrack.
How long has that been there?
It has been there since I released this album, which was 2 months ago.
Oh wow! Oh wow, that's cool. Well, that's cool. That
is really cool.
Huh. Well, all right then. All right, you have your facts on this.
I do. Okay. So according to the article that's updated on PCGamer.com with everything, the latest events happening with the Blizzard case is September 14th. The employees called the Communication Workers of America to file an unfair labor practice suit with the National Labor Relations Board. The 17th, their chief legal officer left the company. And then this is the big thing. The Wall Street Journal reports that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is investigating Blizzard's handling of employee complaints of sexual misconduct and discrimination. So that's the really big thing. Is now the SEC is involved. So
Yeah.
this is a fairly large case
case.
now, as it was even more than it was before.
Yeah.
Let's see. California Department of Fair Employment, Housing, and Securities is also in on it. And then, is today the 21st or the 22nd?
Yes, today's the 21st.
Today's the 21st. Okay, so the Overwatch 2 executive producer, Chaco Sonny, has also left Blizzard.
Wow.
And then a bunch of people, including shareholders, are being subpoenaed. So things are moving. Things are happening.
That explains why.
Like that.
Yeah, as that all happens, we will try our best to keep everyone here updated.
Yeah.
With the latest news on that. Pretty crazy thing is the SEC's involved. They're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, when I first saw the first report that came out, I was like, oh, they're fucking done. They are done for. Yeah, what you just read, it definitely explains why when I checked Webull today, it showed Activision being down, and I was like, they deserve it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just Blizzard too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
well,
they're
it's
like
Blizzard, but it's also
they're the same company. It's all the same. So
people and yeah.
One's over the other, right?
Yes, I think Activision's over Blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
So Activision is going to be.
Activision is the parent company of Blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'd probably just sever Blizzard if it gets too bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wonder if it gets to that point, but like, who knows the legal complications of that? You know.
I don't think it'll get to that point.
That if it gets to that point, I think Blizzard's just gone for good. But I don't think it'll get to that point either. That's pretty fucking extreme. Like that's
I mean, if you're cutting Blizzard, you're cutting Overwatch, Hearthstone, and Call of Duty.
Well, no, Blizzard doesn't make Call of Duty. Activision's always been Call of Duty. No.
I'm thinking of the Battle.net launcher. I apologize. I'm big stinky stupid. This is why you don't quote me unless I'm actually reading something. Quick disclaimer. No, don't listen to this dude.
Don't take anything we say on this podcast for fact unless it's read from a source. That's just. And
if we do read it from a source, we should probably put a screenshot up on the.
Tell you what, the source is these nuts.
That's not a source. That's not a source.
It's actually my favorite credible source.
The only way like Blizzard gets cut, like when shit gets that serious, is if like the company was like selling people under the table as like a main source of revenue. Like that's like, hey, we quite literally cannot.
Like Wayfair?
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Speaking of selling people online, Noob Energy. That's such a bad segue.
What?
Wow.
Whoa.
Hey, Blake, why the fuck does your profile picture have my pussy in it?
What? Oh.
You know the vibes.
He's talking about a cat.
Frankie, you fucking betrayed me.
Yes, sir. That's been my profile picture on Discord.
It has been.
Fucking Cleveland's me in the clown hat, the clown hair.
I know. I need to change it soon. I joined a server. I joined a Discord server, and someone was like, "I love your hair," and I was like, "That's not me." And they go, well, "Tell your friend that I love their hair."
Tell your friend. God. Yeah, that's not.
Like, what are you sipping on there, Chief?
No, but what I'm sipping on here is Noob Energy. This actually specific can came from the giveaway that I won. The Clutch and Kiwi came from the giveaway from Cleveland, so thank you, Cleveland. They've been delicious. But Noob Energy, they're phenomenal. They're the best energy drinks on the market. It's only canned, so I can't say other companies, but there's other companies that are powdered and have lead in them. They have cans, and they're usually tall boys, and they usually have other creators on them. But they're not as good as Noob. Noob's better. Way more. They're vegan friendly, gluten friendly, sugar free, and they're also made in the U.S. Look how sick this can is, dude. Look how sick this can is. No one has cans as great as them. If you want to buy some for yourself, you can go to noobenergy.com. That's noobenergy.com. Use code FORGED15. You get a 15% discount. You support the podcast, support Forged. Obviously, you get cracked under your fucking mind with some energy drinks. And it's a good time. I love Noob. I've had every fucking energy drink out there. Yep. Noob's the best. I think if we didn't work with Noob, I think I'd continue to drink them because they're fucking.
I would. They're so solid, good. Especially for being like a natural energy drink. They taste so good.
Yeah, my favorite thing, other than like, there's zero crashes from them. They taste delicious. If you hit up anyone that works at Noob and you say, "Hey, what's in your formula?" they will tell you ingredient for ingredient. I'm pretty sure they're on the can too.
Yeah.
I remember them saying
they
that. I
would
was just
have
double
like
checking.
some sort of proprietary blend, which is actually really cool.
Right,
You
like
used to work at the vitamin shop, and like you'd be like, "Oh, this is super good," whatever energy drink you're looking
Yeah.
at or pre-workout, and it's like proprietary blend to this brand. It's like, fuck off. What's in your shit?
yeah, exactly.
It does a great job of explaining exactly what is in it.
Exactly. No.
And they even give a breakdown on the website of like how they work together to create a good formula for your body.
Yeah, Noob's fucking phenomenal. So if you're looking for a new energy drink or you're looking to get a discount on Noob Energy, and I have insight, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. It's coming to stores soon. You don't have to always buy it online. So keep right. I can't say. I know I can't say where though, but yeah, just go buy yourself some Noob. It's fucking phenomenal. And the show has been going on for 45 minutes. I think it's time to wrap it up, boys. AB, we have tacos being cooked up for us. I don't know if you can smell them. I can't because they haven't been started. I was supposed to text Kat to start the tacos. Let's text her.
Fucking guy stays throwing. God.
Selling.
Selling.
But-
Just like Activision selling people. I mean,
Oh, what? If you've enjoyed the podcast so far, what is this, episode 6, 7?
5 or 6.
If you have been enjoying the podcast, please let us know. Leave a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment. We'll probably read the comment
Leave a
next week.
comment. We will read the comment. Not probably.
Well, we might not because they might.
You won't. I will because I love our fans. God damn.
Okay, you know
I
what?
love
You know
our
why?
fans too.
You know why I'm not going to read it? Because I can't read. How about that?
Oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't
So
think
make
so,
sure you
Thomas.
comment something really cool about yourself.
Easy words like the dog
and then
is brown.
use really big words. So Blake can't read it.
Yeah.
He's hella sad.
But this podcast, in fact, is actually going to be up on Spotify. I don't know if it's going to be up the same day as the YouTube version, but this version will be on Spotify, so you can listen there. And
Let's go.
And, that's even better. So if you don't have to just watch our mugs, ugly mugs, you can just be an audio listener. So while you're at work, dishwashing as I do, or making coffee as
ugly.
Cleveland does, or makes. What do you do at work? I don't care what you do at work, actually, A Bizzle. Stocking shelves and give people boxes at Costco. You can listen to the podcast in the audio version. So check us out there. Make sure you follow us there or subscribe to us there, however the Spotify system works. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The show's going to be there. Thank you, everyone, for listening and watching, and we'll see everyone in the next episode. Peace out.
All love.
Peace.